Welcome to the 3-2-1. 3 minutes, 2 questions, 1 interview, no script. Today I'm here with my mate Steve Archibald from Camp Quality in Perth.
Hey Jace, thanks for having me.
Welcome. Steve, about a minute, tell me about yourself, but today we're going to just slightly change the format. You'll see why, because Steve is working with a great organisation. So there's going to be a minute about yourself, Steve, and then we're going to have about a minute about Camp Quality and tell me the great work that Camp Quality does. So tell me about yourself.
So I was born and raised in Perth.
Yeah.
Mate, I grew up as one of 4 children.
Yeah.
I went to school, obviously jumped out of school and went to uni for 3 weeks. I don't know that you know that.
Right.
Came out of uni and then shortly after got into the world of recruitment.
Yeah.
Where I spent the last 7 or 8 years before joining Camp Quality full time, about 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Outside of work with Camp Quality, mate, I've got a great girlfriend and a large group of friends around Perth that help us in the business sense and have done some amazing things for us over the last 18 months, 2 years. So
yeah, okay.
In basic, that's me.
All right, okay. Tell me about Camp Quality.
Camp Quality.
What great work you do.
Like Camp Quality as an organisation, we're a national group, basically exists to create a better life for children and their family who've been impacted by cancer across the country. I got involved with Camp Quality about 5-6 years ago as a volunteer and started going away on some of our camps and fun days back then. More recently got involved as a state manager about 18 months ago, but made some amazing work across the state. We hold a number of camps and fun days, and these are attended by obviously children that are going through a fairly rough time and their families, and give them an opportunity to laugh, smile, create memories together. Some pretty amazing stuff. We've got a puppet program as well that travel across the state and educate about cancer. So the guys are down in Albany today.
Right.
I'm putting on a puppet show to a number of schools down in the southwest.
Yeah.
Mate, it's a great laugh.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so I've first question. I've only ever been in the corporate space, the corporate world. For people that have never worked in the not-for-profit world, you're obviously from the corporate world as well, and recently in the not-for-profit.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me and the people out there what's the difference or what's the similarities that you can just talk about for a minute?
Fantastic.
Give me an insight.
I think probably more similarities than a number of people would think. I get a number of people from that corporate world that will reach out to me at times and say, look, I'm really interested in the not-for-profit sector and what you guys are doing and some of the great organisations and the great work that's out there. In that instance, mate, I would encourage people to really reach out and volunteer for organisations. That's how I first came across the space and where I had so much fun and was able to make a difference. A lot of similarities there, and I guess the way that our organisation runs as a business and bringing in revenue and then looking at, I've got to manage budgets and all that sort of stuff that you do in the corporate world. So the skill set is fairly transferable. I guess there's just, for me, I find there's so much reward in being able to do such a great thing, which is what's kept me here and will do for many, many years to come, is that passion that's involved in this space and making a genuine difference. And it's always a pleasure for me to introduce people into this that can help us do some amazing things.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, good summary. Last question. Obviously, you have some amazing experiences with the camps that you do with the kids. You've obviously been involved for a number of years now. We were chatting earlier. What have you learned from these kids that have had a tough life? You know, I was talking earlier. Some of these kids are born with cancer. You know, someone's kid is 8 years old with no leg. You know, what have you learned as a person that you've learned to see how their outlook on life?
I think, to be honest, mate, for me, the biggest thing that I've learned through my involvement with Camp Quality is a love of life and an appreciation for the simple things in life that people often take for granted. I'll try and sit back fairly regularly and reflect on just how lucky I am to be healthy and to have a great, healthy family around me and friends and things like that. I told you earlier about some of the incredible stuff that I've seen. So children that have been dealt a really rough hand but are so happy for 3 or 4 days to come away with us, just be kids and do something like kick the footy, which so often take for granted, put a massive smile on their face. I think for anyone that's out there that wants to reach out for me and have a chat about some of my experiences, I would say please do, and I'll tell you about some of this sort of stuff. And as I say, appreciate the small stuff and have fun in anything you do, and don't take your health for granted.
So valuable, so valuable. Okay, so to speak out to everyone out there, how can they reach out to you, get involved in Camp Quality? How do they find you?
Certainly. Probably the easiest way for anyone watching this on LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it might be is just to find my profile on LinkedIn. So Steve Archibald jump on there, drop me a direct message. I'd love to catch up for a coffee and tell you a bit more about all the amazing stuff that we do.
Excellent. Steve, it's been
Thanks,
great.
mate.
Thank you
It's
very
been an
much.
absolute pleasure.
My name's
Thank you.
JK. This has been a 3, 2, 1.